Hey guys, welcome to Kipoerneke's Corner. I'm over in Watcher of Realms. I know it's been a couple of days since I've been on. I'm sure you've all missed me and all that. But but I finally made it back, and I've lost a computer monitor. It seems it's gone the way of the dinosaur. So unfortunately, I'm cut down to just this one and the laptop. So I can still see the chat over on the laptop, but I can't do anything else over on the other screen. It's a shame. But oh well, here we are, right? So let's get through some of the dailies. I won't have too much time because it's already midnight, unfortunately. And I've been doing something entertaining this weekend. First of all, there was the Magic pre-release that I mentioned I would be doing, but also there is a an app that I am working on making, and I think it should be interesting. I did make one before, and I guess maybe I don't know a month or two ago. I'm not sure exactly when I got that one published, but it's pretty it's pretty much an app for streamers. The first one that I did. This one is also an app that will benefit streamers, and it's what I made it for. But or what I'm making it for, I should say. But I think that other people could enjoy it too, just as a sort of reminder. You know, it's like to drink water and take a break from your eyes from the screen and things of that nature. You know, keep your posture good. You know, stuff like that. I think it could be helpful for a lot of people. So once I get that finished, I will be putting that out there in the world on itch.io to be downloaded by any and all who are interested. But I'm not quite done with it. I have like a very little amount more that I want to add to it before before I call it good enough and release it. But I do like it. It's coming together pretty nicely. There's still some glitches happening, minor ones for the most part, but uh, but one fairly major one that I want to address before I allow that out into the world for people to see. But um, but anyway, it should be entertaining. I kind of added some features to it that I thought were cool. I don't know if anyone else will or not, but there's one way to find out, right? Anyway, so that's what I've been up to beyond just as mentioned playing in the Magic pre-release. How you doing, Arubian? How you been? Um, I think I already had a background fight on the basic trial, so now we're doing this one uh, on screen. But yeah, hopefully I can get that all to work together properly. It's using the webcam um, and it should have like an overlay to alert people if their posture isn't good or something like that. Hopefully it will work by the time I'm done with it. Right now it's like I said, it does have some issues, so I need to get those bugs worked out before I can feel comfortable releasing it. So Oregon says doing great. How was your weekend? My weekend was very good, I think, for the most part. Yeah. Had some fun. Now one thing, um there is something new that was released in the Magic the Gathering set that just came out this weekend, or the pre-release was for this weekend, and gotta tell you, I was not impressed. It's the worst thing since emblems. If you know what those are, emblems are a feature of planeswalkers, and it is a benefit that a person can get that does not go away no matter what you do. There's no way to interact with it. There's no way to remove it. There's no way to change it. I say no way. There is technically a way, and that's to restart the game. Um, but there's no reasonable way to interact with an emblem at all. and this is also true for this new thing that has come out called a paradigm. Very annoyed, I gotta tell you. I had a lot to say to those who were present about the existence of these paradigms. I drew one myself during the tournament, and I refused to use it. In fact, I was like, yeah, this is going in the trash. I am not interested in facilitating the existence of these cards in Magic at all. There should not be cards that you cannot interact with. That's not in the spirit of the game. Rubian says I don't, but not good, huh? Yeah, that's correct. Not good because, it's annoying to me that there can be anything in the game that once you draw it and you get it on the field, it's just there forever. There's nothing that anyone can do about that. That's not okay. I did copy someone's. They played a paradigm, and I responded with a copy spell. And hey, Quad, how you doing, man? And so I copied their paradigm, and that essentially gave me a paradigm too. It's like, hey, I get my paradigm first, But I don't agree with them, and that's really kind of the only response. You can counter it, you can copy it, and that's it. That's what you got. At that point, if you don't manage to do that at the time when they play it, then you don't get the opportunity to do anything about it afterward. Even if you remove the card from exile, it doesn't matter. The card's still there. So, yeah. Quad says, I've been working my way up the levels of WOR. Very nice, very nice. Did you get in to the guild, Quad? Because if you haven't, I'm going to send you an invite. I don't know, what's your player ID? Do I have you on here? Let's see here. Add friends. Give me your ID real quick, and I'll send you an invite to be friends, and then ultimately to be in my very, very low activity guild. If you want to. It's probably going to be like player 135792. Waiting patiently. Less patiently by the moment. In fact, I'm going to go see if I can start an arena fight or something, and then I'll be back. Let's start here. Let's go with Mystery of Artifacts and spend some of the stamina that's just sitting here waiting. Ah, I was right. I got the number wrong, but the concept was correct. All right, back out and go to friends, add friends. Before I add anyone else, I'll come and check this out. Arivian has gotten a watch streak, currently on a 3-stream streak. Congratulations, Arivian. Arivian says, I would like to thank my phone and my staying up late at night skills. Yes, great. All right, player 14913798. All right, let's see if that works. No results. Do I need a space here? Perhaps. Oh, let's see, 149-13798. Let's try like this, like you typed it in there. Good job, you typed it right. All right, adding you. And then Arivian says you can add me as well if you would like. Well, of course. I thought we were already friends on here, Arivian. I'm sorry. Let's see. Arivian. It's very original. You really branched out there with the name. Probably with a capital E, right? There we go. All right, Arivian. Excellent. Now we'll come over here and quick claim and give to any and all. Gotta go redeem for stamina. Low on that after all. All right, got that, and now quick claim and give. Excellent. But yeah, did any of you guys happen to play Magic? Do any of you? I know that some of you have said that you have in the past. are you currently? Did you get to experience the paradigm? I couldn't believe. Man, I'll tell you something. All right, this guy was. We were playing, and again, I don't know how much y'all know about Magic, but I was at 26 life, and this dude was at 5 life, and he draws a paradigm card. He plays the paradigm card, and then he wins. That's how stupid they are. That's how dumb those are. I was just like, this is ridiculous. This is because I had the clear advantage in every way, and that was literally the only card. Like he had that, and then all he had to do is have any creatures out. At the beginning, it's just ridiculous. It's such a you win stuff. Can't believe it. All right, let's check on Idril over here. She's come for a hero's visit. She says, "Greetings, Commander. As you can probably tell, I need your assistance." "Yes, we can tell. You're standing there with an exclamation above your head. "Despite the treaty between elves and humans, we require adventure medals to traverse human territories." And so, adventure medals we must find. So, we go to Gear Raid 1 for those. And I already have some background fights running, so I better go cancel those so that I can go and do some Gear Raid 1 for old Idril over here. Let's end this. Irvian says, "So breaks the game nearly." Yes, especially in limited, which is what pre-release is, because there's nothing to do about it. It's going to be it's not going to be pleasant in anything. Just like, again, emblems. It's essentially an emblem, which, like I said, that was a thing that they have with planeswalkers. It's another kind of card. It's another one of the things that just doesn't go away. Very, very frustrating. I griped at length about it, and I recommended that everyone, write a nasty message to Wizards about how unhappy we all are. But, for whatever good that does, right? But at least get our opinions known on this. Alright, we cleared any stage 5 times today, and for that we get the stamina potion sample shown here. Spend 100 stamina today for yet another stamina potion sample. Obtain a daily chest from Hyperion for 10,000 gold. Get friendship points 1 time for 10 friendship points. Clear a faction trial on any difficulty level, 10,000 gold for that. And perform 1 summon we need to do next, I think. I think we do that. Let's go ahead and do that right now. How about that? Alright, Invocation of Spirits, and we'll throw 1 rare summoning crystal into the pot here. And we get Gogren, the 3-star fighter. Stained Crimson, this feral beast rouses allies with his war cry and goes berserk when health is low. But back to my gripe about the paradigms for a whole minute. After I played that game yesterday, Saturday, for the first tournament of the day, and I still did very well. I can't really complain about that. I think I got 2nd place, but still, that's not the point. The point is that these things shouldn't exist. And so after playing against, man, I tell you what, I almost forfeit right there. I was so annoyed, and then, but I didn't. I mean, it was fine. It's just like, okay, I'll get through this. And then I get paired up with another person the next round, and they also play the same paradigm card. I'm just like, are you serious right now? But that's the one I copied, and it wasn't as big of a deal. But not the point. Very annoying. But anyway, got through that, and almost didn't play the second tournament yesterday. I was just like, grumble. But decided to go ahead and do it because a friend of mine showed up who only comes every few months, and so he came to play, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll play with you. But yeah, rough stuff that. Alright, what do we have here? We've got something in the mail. Let's see what it says. Guild dividend rewards reissue. You've got unclaimed guild dividend rewards. Please claim them in the mail, and for that, we get 178 of these guild coins. Quad says, sent guild request. Very good. I will go and have a look as soon as I finish this mail here. Reward for attack on guild boss, Nightmare 3. Okay, we let that set too long, I suppose. Claim those and we get 4 gear recasting hammer shards, 1 unpolished legendary soulstone shard, and 20,000 gold. And then for the easy boss that we finished off for a guildmate, we get 80 stamina, 8,000 hero XP potions, 1 rare summoning crystal, and 2 insignia melee attack ones. Okay, now out of there, and then let's go see if we can find this this guild invite. Guild application, perhaps? New members, yes, applications. Alright, so that's player 1491378, otherwise known as Quad Shot Kung Fu. Gonna invite him into the guild. Awesome. Great. Okay. Moving out of there. Let's see here. What else do we have to do? We've got some quests here. Perform 1 summon. Gave us 2 4-star psychic power shards. Ruvian has jokes. He says, did you remember to do Void Rift before it reset this morning? This absolutely didn't happen. But I tell you what, I was up until, I guess I was probably up until around 2 in the morning up at the shop. But it's because I've been very distracted working on this app. Weirdly, I got really into it, and I just kind of, it's one of those things. It's sort of like when you're reading a book, right? And you go just one more page, right? And then I'll go to bed. Or I'll go do whatever. And then of course you end up reading the next page and the next page and the next page. Okay, this is sort of like that, right? Like it's got issues that just aren't working quite right. And I kept telling myself, and I've been also telling myself all day today, like, okay, I'll just fix this one thing, and then, I'll go and do other things. In fact, I was wanting to come and stream. But it was like, I started this morning, and I started working on it, and I was just like, okay, I just want to fix this little thing here, right? And then I'm gonna go stream. And then it was like, I fixed that, but by then I had this other idea of another feature that I could add to it. So I'm like, well, I want to add this, and so I did that, and then I started like working that in to get it to work properly with everything. And pretty soon I'm like, but there's this other cool thing I could do. And hey, what if I change the color palette? What if I had a button and I could change the color palette? And then of course that doesn't work as you want it to whenever you do it. So it's like, okay, now I've got to fix that and make it that all integrate correctly. And it's just like all day. And really just as I was coming in here, I had just done something. And then I'm like, no, I'm done. It's midnight. I'm going to do this stream. And, we're not going to mess with that anymore tonight. All right, we just won that. We got gold 2, looks like. I wasn't paying attention at all to the fight because I'm like distracted talking. But we see that it was Loriana from the United States with 283,669 BP. Top damage on the board was Xena with 1,060,760. And I think that girl there that they have is her name. I'm not sure what her name is. It might be Valara. It might be Valkyrie. Maybe it's Valkyrie. Not really sure who that is or what their deal is there. But they did 125,643 damage, implying that probably, I don't know. I mean, I would think they were throwing the game, but what do I know? All right. Rubian says, I get it. And Quad says, renamed myself to Quad Shot Kung Fu. Excellent. That'll help. We'll know who you are now. All right, we got 3 arena coins, 8 Duel of Champion points, and 5,000 gold on that game-winning event right there. Let's see. Anybody else here who is, defenseless against our higher PP. We got Vandiug over here. Vanjug or Vandiug? What do we think? I'm gonna go with Vandiug. Vandiug from Germany, who has 364,178 BP. And we'll autofight. I actually, again, considered trying to stream a little bit of the Magic tournament, but I'm not really comfortable with streaming other people as much who don't necessarily, want to be streamed. So didn't do it. But I had thought, well, I could just stream like my pull, or like that means the cards that I got, or maybe just, I don't know, maybe somebody who agrees to it or something like that. I don't know. Maybe someday. All right, we got the victory against Bandjug, 364,178, I believe, from Germany. And looks like on the damage board, Xena topped it at 1,520,120. And then this guy, I think his name is like Salazar or something like that. He did 1,467,580. Uruvian says you should stream with your son that plays War. Be kind of funny. I think, yeah, you think so? He's a goofball. I don't know. All right, we got 3 arena coins, 8 Duel of Champions points, and 5,000 gold here. He could be watching now. Who knows? All right, now we have Weed Boss. Weed Boss from Belarus. That's interesting. 255,390 BP on that one. So what have you guys been doing this weekend? I don't recognize the majority of Weed Boss's team over there. He's got that Boreas guy. I recognize him. Okay, first and foremost, he threw out Valeria. Now, we've seen her before. She's the red-headed chick with blood infusion. Increases damage by 140%. Each attack causes 10% HP drain to the hero and generates 1 stack of power of the sword, up to 8 stacks. The hero cannot be healed during the skill. When the skill ends, deals 400% burst damage to the main target and 4 targets around them. And then he has Gouldrock. Oh, that's the new hero guy. Okay, Gouldrock has Frenzied Strikes. I don't know what he did because he disappeared. He disappeared from my window there. I have no idea why. I can't seem to click on him. It's very confusing. I can click on Valeria. Oh, how very strange. I can't click on him. I can click on Dao-Chan. I can click on Valeria. But Gouldrock? Nah, gone. Dao-Chan has a Lover's Requiem, which includes Serenade of Hope and Song of Sorrow. One of those is an HP song, and one of them is a kind of a DPS song. Then they have Boreas. Activates Eternal Ice Haven and increases damage by 175%. Each attack will reduce the trigger interval of the next Frozen Purification by, I believe, 1 second. Irivian did yard work. Well, that's exciting. Yard work. Yeah, I should probably do some yard work at some point. Our grass is like, I don't know, to the roof or something. It's been raining for more than a week here. Not constantly, but every day, at least a little bit, I think. Just enough to like make you think that it's not going to rain, so that you take the tarp off of things, and then starts coming down again later. That's how we're doing. All right, so that was Weed Boss with 255,390 BP. Top damage on the board is, I don't know, but that might be Gouldrock, possibly. His little thumbnail isn't convincing, but possibly Gouldrock, with 7,420,840, followed by Valeria with 4,452,680. That is insane that they did that well. Like, this dude's BP is 255,390, and those guys just blew through it like it was nothing. So after that, it goes down to Xena, 4,226,340, and then down to Etran at 3,610,170. Crazy. We got 3 arena coins and 4 Duel of Champions coins there. Arubian says, I would love to accidentally spray Roundup on my entire lawn. Oops. My bad, neighbors. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's your grass. If you don't want it, I mean, honestly, who cares? Here we have Justin from France with 373,495 BP. I'm all about live and let live, Like if my neighbors sprayed Roundup on all their grass, it wouldn't bother me in the slightest. But then again, we live outside of town, and so have a little bit more leeway than some folks do. Alright, so this Justin, threw out Eovar right off the bat with infinite blades. Consumes all flying swords and activates the flying sword formation to continuously deal 40% damage to the enemy with the lowest HP in range. The frequency does things. It increases under certain conditions. That's Justin with 374,495, I think, BP. Yes. Top damage on the board was Xena with 1,507,800, followed by Eovar with 1,127,630. We got 3 arena coins, 8 Duel of Champions points, and 5,000 Hero XP potions. All right. Orvian, can you do the thing there where I can't think what they call it, but basically they pull up all their grass and they have like this desert scaping or something like that. They call it something like desert scaping, where they just like pull up all the grass and they have like cactus and various succulents that they'll plant, and that's like all that lives there. They're just I've seen it done in various places, and it's more often in like West Texas. I would see it intentionally done, and also accidentally done. But yeah, Zero Escaping Quad says, and he says native plants can be attractive. Yeah, that sounds right. Rubin also said, I live in the city. All my neighbors have lawns that look out of better homes and gardens. Oh, that's a shame. That, really, it surely is. It is a shame to me. I feel like I just don't see the purpose in that, I guess. It's like, I don't know how to explain. I agree about native plants can be attractive, right? And furthermore, there's so many things that we civilized people are killing all the time. Plants that are perfectly good, plants that are helpful, often edible, and we are killing them with things like Roundup and whatnot, in favor of grasses that are, in my opinion, useless to humans. I mean, not to say that anything is exactly useless. You can always use something for one thing or another, but let's say indigestible, and and then we're doing what with it? So we've planted this grass, we've killed off things that are useful, and in a more direct way useful, and now we have planted it with all the same kind of grass, and now what are we doing? We're now cutting it down to where it's very small. Why are we doing this? I don't know. All right, let's go up against Angelian over here from France. She has 395,054 BP. And the crazy part is, after you do all that, it's like, well, okay, now you all have this, same kind of grass in your yard, and we're cutting it, and then, like, if it's not the right length, which is determined arbitrarily, then you can get in trouble. That's crazy. Whole thing's crazy. Here's Sun Wukong with splitting hairs. Deals 100% damage 18 times to one enemy and inflicts stun. Quad. Oh wait, we gotta go back here. Milkweed, says Quad. Milkweed. What about milkweed? Quad says, do you know that in many cities it is illegal to grow edible fruit trees in your front yard? It's a law meant to reduce vagrancy. That's crazy. That is insane. I tell you what, I have like 4 peach trees and like, I don't know, 7 mulberry trees in my yard. Not to mention the hackberry trees. There's incredible numbers of hackberry trees in this area. And not everyone knows this, but hackberry is quite edible. And it was used by Native American tribes to, to make little, kind of like fruit and nut bars. So they would crush it up and create these bars and then dry it in the sun, and that would sustain them through the winter. There's a ton of hackberry trees around here, and almost everybody has them, nearby in this area. So it's just crazy, to me, that anybody would say it's illegal to grow them in your front yard. It's nuts. Quad says, I was saying milkweed is one that we kill that is beneficial to butterflies and birds. Yes, absolutely. In fact, I mean, it's a necessity for, monarch butterflies. Yeah, absolutely. Also can be used to make rope and glue. Sure, a lot of things can be used to make rope. And I don't know. It's weird. Eruvian says it's a psychological phenomenon, so your neighbors can get that pseudo-perfect utopia they all dream of, and curb appeal. Right, but what is the utopia that we're going for here exactly with, Bermuda grass or whatever it is, whatever you've got your carpet grass cut down to size. I don't understand. It's crazy. And Quad says, carry on. Sorry, I'm just ranting today, apparently. It's a day of ranting. We got Sun Wukong dealing 3,891,740 BP, followed by Xena at 3,643,320, and then down to, I believe, I could be wrong, but I think that this girl's name is Calypso, 3,076,800. Eruvian says, whatever your HOA determines. Yeah, I don't live in an HOA, and I'm cool with that. HOAs are absolutely not a place I would ever be interested in being. I don't even like to go into them to visit someone else. That's how I feel about HOAs. Quad says, I don't do HOAs. Yeah, me neither. Now, I know it's all the rage in the north, right? Like, I understand that in the Carolinas, for instance, it's very difficult to live anywhere that's not in an HOA because everything is basically an HOA. So I get that. But it's also like, why do people put up with that? Because the level of control that you're living under in order to live in one of those is incredible. They tell you what color you can paint your mailbox, or, if you can paint your mailbox, or, how many people can visit you at your home at one time. No. I don't need any of that. Arubian says, luckily for me, I'm not in an HOA neighborhood. Good. That's great. And Quad says, yeah, DC and Virginia was strong with HOAs. Yeah. It's rough, man. It's rough. Let's see. I just looked at that. We got 3 arena coins, 8 Duel of Champions points, and 5,000 gold here. I think I may have even already said that and just didn't click off the screen. I'm not sure. All riled up, I tell you what. Let's give Opozno from Russia a go here. He has 413,150 BP. Probably gonna slaughter us, but let's try it. Quad says, a neighbor of mine was a Silver Star military honor recipient, and he got sued for putting up a flagpole. How insane. Man, can't be having flagpoles in America. Crazy. All right. That's crazy. Ah, Volderon. Volderon has Diabolic Manifestation. Gains 1 stack of Chaotic Vitality. When Potent Surge reaches its maximum, gains 2 stacks of Chaotic Vitality. Inflicts vulnerability versus physical damage on nearby enemies continuously during the effect duration. And he's followed that up with Eloin, who has Grace of Nature. I see Eloin in Arena a lot. He heals all enemies in range for 60%, base healing every second, 60% base healing every second, lasting for 10 seconds. First healing will dispel debuffs from all allies in range. She must have something that boosts her compatriots or something, because people use her very often in here. Predis has Divine Truth. During the ultimate, increases attack by 30%. If there's only one enemy in range, inflicts 3 stacks of Radiant Erosion. If there's more than one enemy in range, inflicts Chain of Fate and 1 stack of Radiant Erosion on up to 3 enemies in range. And that spells our defeat, most likely, right there. But we have Brokier over here with Frost Armor. Don't know what Frost Armor does, but there we go. So that was a Posno with 413,150 BP. Rubian says that's strong, referring to the military fellow being sued for his flagpole. And Quad says, I don't see an arena option on my screen. Is it level restricted? Yes. Not level restricted. I think it's part of the campaign, right, guys? I think so. Quad says, yes, I see it's locked. Rubian says, you'll unlock it soon. Think it's story campaign. Not sure how far in. Yeah, I agree. It's I don't know where it unlocked, but I'm pretty sure it was something that unlocked. Yeah, Ruby, I'm not sure if it was what level it was. Maybe like, I don't know, 3-14. That's a total guess. But yeah, it may be somewhere in that area. Ah, well, my battery is running low on my laptop. How entertaining. Honestly, I thought I had it plugged in. Give me just a second. Let's see if I can fix that. That actually explains everything. Nothing whatsoever is wrong with my other monitor, it seems. I just didn't have the power outlet plugged in. Yeah. Aravian says, and Kip loves campaign. Oh yeah, love campaign. All right, let's see. Stats on this show that this fellow, whose name is I don't know. I just told you guys what it was a minute ago. I think it might be Valderon. And if it's Valderon, he did 10,275,200 damage in that fight. And then after that came Xena with 4,973,070 damage, and then Etran after that with 4,606,210. It's insane that this guy did that much. That's so much. Valderon or whatever his name is, Red Devil guy. That's just a crazy amount. I gotta check him out sometime. I think he's something that you get at some point. Just in fact, I forgot all about it, but I unlocked that the Odyssey thing some days ago, and I think maybe he comes from that. Possibly, I think I saw him as a reward. Maybe I'm wrong. We gained 3 arena coins and 4 Duel of Champions points from that fight. Let's go check and see if we can find out. Arabian says yes, Valderon. Excellent. Wonderful job saying the name right. Me, great. Okay, let's come out here and go to Odyssey. That's a fortune pack. 15 rare summoning crystals, 500 stamina, and 300,000 gold coins for 499 W gold if you're into that. And here's another one. They're just spamming me. We got Arena Glory Platinum Bundle. That's 8 Ancient Summoning Crystals, 800 Mithril, and 10 Arena Permits, I think. Yes. For $39.99 on the W Gold. And then the Daily Luck thing came along. 20 diamonds, 100 stamina, 40,000 points. Let's click on it and go ahead and claim it while we're at it. Let's get all that stuff. And while we're here, let's go to the gold shop and we go to the right tab up there. There's a chest over here for free. We get 30 stamina there. Regular bundle, Spirit Invocation pack. We got this daily free offer of 30 stamina and the weekly free offer of a rare summoning crystal. Very nice. Now back out of there and then on to Odyssey. Irivian says, no, you get in it. Right, that's the, is that the bronze person? I'll look and find out. Alright, Demon Soldier Shards is what we need. Oh, okay, here it is. Yeah, Egyptian looking, the god thing, Egyptian god. Yeah. Cool. I had looked at it whenever I was on here right after I unlocked it, and then I forgot, obviously. For whatever reason, I was thinking Volderon. Irivian says Invoca from Storyline. Volderon is an ancient lord. Alright, so we can't just grab him from doing something like this. Okay. Now, I forgot to come back and do the Gear Raid 1 that I had mentioned earlier. Let's come do it. It's a great moment for it. You know what? Let's do the not auto fight. I want to do the quick clears. We'll do a couple of the quick clears and see if we get those adventurers medals. We did get one of them. So we ended up with 3 diamonds, 1 adventure medal, 40 brave conquest points, 9,870 gold, 1,512 hero XP potions, and a couple of pieces of gear from that. Let's do another quick clear and see if we can get the other adventure medal we need here. We can, as it turns out. We got 4,935 gold, 756 XP potions, a couple of pieces of gear, 1 of the adventure medals, and 20 brave conquest points from that. And we also cleared Gear Raid on any difficulty level 3 times, giving us 20 guild points, 20 guild activity tokens, and 1 small stamina potion. I should also come and do the Drake's Chasms thing, see if there's anybody I need to help out here. Somebody has attacked the hard guy here, so let's go after that. I don't know what I last fought this with, so maybe I should just throw some people at it. I don't really, I think we had discussed last time taking out Taylor and putting in Dao Chen essentially for her DPS goodness. Seems like a fine plan. Let's go for it. Irivian says, oh, where are my manners? What are we drinking tonight? Just brown sugar coffee today, Irivian. How about yourself? Alright, let's see. We're just gonna toss some guys out here. I don't really think I care too much about what order I put them in, because I'm really just trying to help out with the what am I doing? Putting people in the wrong places, that's what. Trying to help people out, the new people with these dragon raid things, you know? And that's Lupu, whose health is going down. We don't really care greatly about that. And then I need to pick up Xena. I should have already done it, but I got distracted and I didn't. So we're going to toss Wrath out to give that bonus to, well, I guess I can keep him up for, well, no, I'm going to just pick him back up if I can find him. There he is. Pick him up and stick her, yeah, Irving, I agree. Trying to stack as many on one side as possible. Yeah, exactly. Indeed. Okay, so that's Xena there. I want to pick her up as soon as I can. Not pick her up, but put her out. Sorry. I'll pick up Akira if I can find her, so that I can put Xena back out. Try to pay a little bit of attention to how long she's out, or I fail a lot at that. I think it's around a minute 30 I need to pick her back up at. So we're going to call it good here. And then throw Wrath out until somebody else is available. Just checking, make sure I know where I put her. Now, Ravina, I like to put Xena outside of healing range, and I understand that that means she doesn't get the DPS boost from Yao Chan, but I just prefer it like that in case I forget to pick up Xena. Then hopefully she'll die on her own. It's relying on my own incompetence um, to be constant, and therefore benefit from her dying on her own more than I might from playing smart if I was someone else. All right. On the stats, we got Sulkadins at 65,356,000. That's crazy. Followed by Arrogance at 25,763,500. Then Cetrum at 23,328,400. And then it kind of goes down from there a little bit at a time, stair step on down. Okay, so we complete this, and that ought to help out. After that, we've got somebody on Nightmare 3. I can just auto fight that. And we'll let the overall statistics run by us here as we do. Yeah, I do need to finish the storyline at some point. I have a Volca Soulstone or two. I don't know. So it would be kind of cool to have a Volca to go along with it. And I think I may have something else for her. I don't know if it's like an artifact or something like that, a piece of gear. I'm not really sure. But I think I have something Volca specific. I don't really know if she's very good. I don't ever see her being used in arena, but she might be good for something else. I'm not really sure. But hopefully someday I'll finish the storyline and have my very own Volca. Who knows? And would you say Enid or something like that? Bugajoa says Sulkadins does a lot of damage. Kind of wish I had him. He is very nice, and of course, he works well with others. He plays well with a team. So if he has other faction members to go along with him, Bugajoa says Oh wait, Irvian said she is niche, but she's good. Bugajoy says she. That is because we were talking about Volca. You may have just gotten in on this conversation, Bugajoy, but that was what we had previously been talking about. Do you have her yet, Bugajoy? All right, we got 10,059 dragon blood there. And Arrogance topped the DPS at 22,819,800. Solkadens came right behind at 21,784,800. Then it drops on down to Setram at 15,338,400. Setram is good DPS too. He's not quite up there with Arrogance and Solkadens. Sometimes he does better. It's just, it kind of depends on I'm not sure exactly what all it depends on. Sometimes it's just, I think, RNG, but sometimes it's circumstantial. Let's click this and claim our reward here for doing that challenge of the Drake's Chasm. I think it's called 2 times. So we got 20 guild coins, 20 guild activity tokens, and 5,000 gold for that. Buggage OS says it's probably crit rate. I wonder what is probably crit rate. Irvin says she lowers the redeployment time of heroes. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, that would come in handy. I would agree. That could definitely be good. Irvin says Gear Raid 2, Gear Dungeon. I haven't done much of the Gear Dungeon, so know very little about it. As far as Gear Raid 2, is that the one with the sandstorm guy and the dudes who run at you and blow up? I'm assuming it is because of you mentioning the redeployment time. Let's turn into Idril over here. These 2 adventure medals that I forgot to give her. So we got 5 arena permits and 200 stamina for doing that. And then she says, our territory is under threat from an enemy of extraordinary might, and it is indeed unsettling. We need your strategic intellect and our bravest warriors. We need your strategic intellect and our bravest warriors to confront this peril and maintain the tranquility of our forest. You would think that it's our bravest warriors that they need, not their own bravest warriors, because they're asking for like our help, right? They want our strategic intellect. It seems to me that they want our people too, not theirs. But what do I know? All right, here we have the map. We've got 4 oncoming portals and 2 portals to protect. We've got Ludwig the Hierophant. He is a little annoying. He's got life leeching, continuously steals HP from the last deployed hero, abyssal designation, targets the unit with the lowest HP. If the target's HP is less than 50%, it deals massive damage to heroes near it. Control immunity means he's immune to all crowd control effects except slow. The bell tolls. Death approaches. Ludwig was once Salem's most treasured friend, but also the most loyal servant to all Durodad. For his master's descending, Ludwig did his friend dirty. Then we have Adag's followers, maddened Salem farmers, Baron Salem, Abyssal Beholders, Shadowcasters, Fallen Archers, High Order Abyssal Beholders, and maddened Salem stablemen. Excellent. So, probably, I don't know if I could probably just auto fight it, but I'm gonna fight it the old-fashioned way and see what we have here. I have no idea. I have some guys thrown in. Let's go ahead and accept them and assume they probably did just fine. Now I can't forget that that they've got this these portals over here near the bat. So I have in the past failed to recall that, and it's not great when you do. So I'm going to try to remember to do that. And I'm wondering if we can just burn these guys down or not. It looks like not. Maybe I do need to actually put some guys down to protect the areas with. And grab Dao Chan here. got Idril killed anyway. It's a shame. Yeah, I'll wait on here for a second. You know what? Why don't I just put Idrin out over here? I wonder if this is terrible. Just getting slaughtered by this last guy being beaten thing. I've gotten so used to just really not caring that about the stage top stuff. It's a problem. Let's see. What shall we do? Here? Why not? Gotta remember there's a little portal down there at the bottom too. You know what? I think I'll just throw Zuma there to beat on those guys as they come out. Well, I could have definitely done that a lot better, but that's all right. We made it through. That's all that matters. Okay. So Idrin topped the DPS because I had him out near the front at 2,883,030, and also because he could withstand the beating from old Ludwig over there. After that was Idril, in spite of the fact that she got killed pretty quickly. She did 2,583,570 damage. She definitely went down when Ludwig targeted her pretty hard. And then Setram did 2,317,030. Arrogance at 1,839,800. All right, let's complete this and see what we got as our prize today. All right, turn into her, and we get 3 5-star psychic power shards. Excellent. She says, your courage and altruistic aid reaffirm my belief that bravery and justice always prevail over darkness. Thank you, Commander. Let's march onward together and protect these lush forests. We definitely did it for the lush forests. Alright. Here we have... Quad, who has changed his name. He's no longer player 1491378. And now... Quad shot Kung Fu is what that says, guys. That is hilarious that his name was starred out. We got asterisks. Because. Yes. Alright, that's hilarious. Okay. So that's Quad Shot Kung Fu. And then the next sentence says keep in touch. So you can put that one together on your own. That's hilarious. All right, Let's check on Borut's Dwarven Association over here. And we'll grab this rare summoning crystal for 20% off, putting it at 70 diamonds instead of 88 diamonds. Quad says those were automated messages as well, so it automated itself. But yes, I know, yeah, it's great. Jeez. Okay, let's see. Quests. Make one purchase in the black market of the Dwarven Association gives us 10,000 gold. Participating in the arena one time gives us 5 of the quick clear tickets. Obtaining one piece of gear from Gear Raid gives us 5 more quick clear tickets. We got a box at the top over here for 40 diamonds. Claim the Tide Onslaught rewards one time. Let's go ahead and go do that real quick. Just claim the loot. Not bother with the actual fighting or the, leveling up of the Tide rewards or any of that silly business right now. We got 36 legendary skill dust, 376 talent points, 64 epic skill dust, 1 demon soldier shard of the suicide variety, 1 demon soldier shard of the garnet guard variety, 15,000 gold, 70 stamina, 84 rare skill dust, and 1 demon soldier shard of the skeleton guardian variety. It's kind of interesting to me because they put a lot of things together, but they don't put the demon soldier shards together. Those are just kind of separated out all the time, and they're just hither and yon. Kind of weird. I wonder what the parameters are there for how they do that. Kind of curious. So that finishes the Claim the Tide Onslaught Rewards one-time quest and allows us to claim the Stamina Potion sample reward. Level up heroes 3 times. I've kind of forgotten who I have because it's been a couple of days since I've played. It doesn't take me long to forget. How about we level up Laurel a few times here? Why not? Yeah, we've got enough to do it. 3 times. And we'll claim this little stamina potion sample as our reward there. Oh. Irivian says, how many Tide talent points are you sitting on? I don't know. Let's find out. Go to the raids. Tide. I don't think it's too many, right? 1,368. That's how many I have here. I think everything's costs like 250, yeah, to upgrade. So we could get a good number. But I'm not real worried about it. Hop out of here. And let's see, where were we? Oh yeah, let's check the arena real fast. I think I should refresh this, sure. Refresh. It's not beautiful, but we have Battery Boy down here. Battery Boy from Spain has 363,805 BP. I think that Minotaur that they have there, it could possibly be that Torador guy. Then they've got Sun Wukong, and then they have that person who I recognize, but I don't know who it is. I feel like it's somebody who has a couple skins, right? And then they have Nezah, and then they have this other person. Yeah. So the ones that I recognize. Oh, you know what? I think that girl is Dolores, right? Is that her name? Irivian says Dolores, yes. Very good. Quad says, I'll be lurking, but I'm going to try and sleep. I may be back dependent on success. Yes. Gotcha. Irivian says good night. Quad says good night. Then Quad says Laurel, aka Bailey. Bailey is a Pokemon. I know that one. Quad says she makes a pot of beans taste good. Nice. But yes, Dolores, right. And then the one on the far, no, I'm not going to wager a guess. I almost want to, but I'm not going to. All right, let's go ahead and auto fight here and see what happens. Alright, Battery Boy has stuck out Sun Wukong, who has splitting hairs. It deals 100% damage 18 times to one enemy and inflicts stun. And they followed that up with... no one, just more Sun Wukong clones. Now Nezah is out. This is when we're in trouble. Nezah has Red Lotus Revenge. When activated, increases attack by 60% and expands attack range to create Windfire Whirl, lasting for 30 seconds. When the ultimate ends, deals up to 300% AoE damage to up to 10 enemy targets in range, based on the number of weapon switches performed during the ultimate. Okay, Emerit, says Arubian. I wanted to say Emerit, but I was like, but Emerit is a dragon. And that doesn't look like a dragon. That guy was Glacius, however. Glacius. Battery Boy has defeated us. He had 363,805 BP. He also had Nezah, which is a huge, huge benefit. Nezah did 8,144,280. And let's remember that Nezah was not the first one put out. Sun Wukong came first, but Nezah just almost tripled his damage. Being out just, pretty significantly less time. And Sun Wukong is no slouch, by the way, guys. I mean, Sun Wukong does damage, but Nezah just blows everybody out of the water. Look at this, okay? Xena, now mind you, again, we're almost 100,000 BP above Battery Boy on BP, and nonetheless, like, Sun Wukong did almost as much damage as Xena did, but Nezah, again, just insane. Insane. Alright, so, Nezah did 8,144,280 damage, followed by Xena, next highest at 3,643,230. Then Sun Wukong at 3,097,940. Irvian says, no, my bad, that's Glacius. Yeah, right, yeah. See, that's why I was hesitant, right? Because my first thought when I saw him was Emerit, and then I was like, but Emerit's a dragon. So, and it didn't look like a dragon, but then again, the thumbnails are so hard to tell, so I was like, I don't want to say anything. But yeah, Glacius is who he was. So we got 3 arena coins and 4 Duel of Champions points for that. Okay, come out of here. And then what? Let's see here. What do I have? Let's see how the Odyssey's going. We got 13 out of 20 of those. I think, yeah, I did all of the faction trial stuff. Let's go over here. We can claim some of these auto rewards. We got 10 quick clear tickets, 2 insignia of mages, 3 auto fight attempts, 1 huge stamina potion. We also have, it occurs to me, a god-awful amount of stamina. So, why don't we go into the Oracle's Trial? Let's go to the Artifact Raid situation over here. And then looks like we've got 400,000 gold to claim. That's always nice. Then we can go to stage 18 and use all 7 of these quick clear tickets on this. And that'll go much faster. Arubian says, in the upcoming banner where you can choose your hero to roll for, Nezah might be a good choice. Nezah is very good. I've seen it over and over again. Very consistently. And since the beginning of me being able to get into the arena, that was one that I noticed, right? It stuck out to me. And I often referred to Nezah as she until someone pointed out that the extremely effeminate character is a male. And I didn't even believe it at first because the thumbnail is exceedingly not male. And then you go and look at the gallery, and again, it's not striking me as a male. But if you read the write-up, it is actually a male. It says he. Now, it is what it is, I suppose. But nonetheless, stuck out to me as a very good character from the very first times that I saw him in the fights. So let's click OK here. We got 50 flawless meteorites, 99 mithril, 300 mystery of artifacts trophies, 300 grave conquest points, 32,340 gold, and 5,292 hero XP potions for that. Now let's throw some more auto fights at that job there. It looks like 32 of them. That's insane. Go ahead and start that. And then hop out of here. Arubian says, haha, yeah, a bit androgynous. Yeah, more than a bit. You know, it's on the effeminate side, as a matter of fact. I'm not even going to go androgynous, because if I saw that person out in public, I would think that it was a female. I wouldn't think, I'm not sure if it's a female or a male, I would think it's a female. So it's not even androgyny, really. It's actually effeminate. Yeah. Alright, so we got over here in the arrival of heroes, some rewards to claim. It's 120 diamonds. Very nice. I'll take that. Mystery of artifacts. We also have some reward to claim. It's 30 diamonds. Very nice. We've been racking them up here, which is good because we'll need it. Okay, let's see what else we have. We've got the Gold Dragon Pass, where we need to claim all kinds of stuff. Alright, we logged into the game, and doing so gives us 200 gold dragon tokens. We then spent 50 stamina today, giving us another 200 gold dragon tokens. We participated in the arena one time for another 200 gold dragon tokens, made a purchase in the black market of the Dwarven Association for another 200 gold dragon tokens, and then leveled up to 11. But after that, let's clear any stage 5 times today for 200 gold dragon tokens. Gonna come on over to weekly quests now, where we eliminated 2,000 monsters, and we get 1,125 gold dragon tokens for that, leveling us up to 12. Then let's go to the level rewards and claim all of these wonderful things. We have 5 5-star psychic power shards and 1 gold bonus. It's basically a double bonus ticket there. Oh, hold on here. We've got this individual trying to spam the channel. We can't be having that. Let's ban them. Yes, there we go. Now, back to this. We have the Elf Pass next, which weekly quests. We eliminated 2,500 monsters for that. We get 150 elf tokens and leveled up to 32. Let's see what that entails. Ah, man, I haven't gotten the 31 or the 32 rewards. So we got 30 sanguine fabrics and 1 refining crystal for that. All to the good. Now, glancing around real fast, let's check on the flying guinea pig for funsies. It always looks like this. Like, it's always complete, and then it has something weird in the okay, right now it's the challenge goals. I think that's the confusing part. You would think it wouldn't have a red dot, but no, it does. Maybe Immortal Codex needs to be unchecked. Maybe. Let's try that. No, I click save plan and it's like, nah, you have to have that on there. I wonder if I had something else on there instead. Would it work? Yes, I think it did. See, it's if I just click save plan, it wants to check go to Immortal Codex. Very weird. Alright, get out of there. Over in storage, we have, looks like, a 5-star psychic power token to put together here. Arubian says, you can attack my arena teams if you want to see what I have set up. Go to your friends list, click on me, then friendly face-off. That's how I test my setups with friends. Oh, that's awesome. I won't do it right now, but I may do it later on. We've got 1 5-star psychic power token. What I need to do is go and redo my setup because I haven't done it in quite a long while at this point. And I definitely need to reset that because I've gotten a good number of new people since then, and also new gear and things like that. So they've upgraded, and I haven't, they're not showing the benefits of those upgrades because I haven't reset the auto battling groups. But yeah, I should do that. I agree. I just haven't. That's all I can say. I just haven't taken the time to do it. We go to events here. We've got some things to claim. We've got W Gold Gift quests. We'll log in for 2 days and we get 20 W Gold Gift tokens for that. Coming on down to Duel of Champions, fight the arena battles to earn points and win bountiful rewards, which gives us one 4-star psychic power token and 80,000 gold. Not too shabby, I'll take it. Brave Conquest, we've got some things here. This is for looting gear pieces and meteorites. We got 20 diamonds, 50,000 gold, 1 small stamina potion, and 1 3-star psychic power token there. Event sign in, we get, man, see, I missed some of these from my absence. We got 2 rare summoning crystals here. I think it'll still be fine. We still have 4 days left. I'm still golden. As long as I make it in the next few days, all is well. Let's look at the event calendar real fast. So the Mystery of Artifacts just started today. Brave Conquest also just started today. We got Tales of the Smith. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a problem. Tales of the Smith is ending today, and I have done 0 of it. I am behind, as you may have noticed. I wonder what I have. Let's throw into this real quick. I have a little bit of gold. So let's go ahead and bulk organize. We'll select all, bulk enhance, and go up to level 4 with everybody. Burning through the gold already. Alright, we successfully enhanced. That's a lot. That's 200 things right there, guys. Alright. All fine and well. Now, question is, what do we want to sell out of this? Let's see. Probably most of it. That's my guess. No, all you're missing at the moment is me deleting some items, so, and rambling. It's another thing. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of a network error that was, but it said network error on the Twitch screen. There's no effect whatsoever on the game, but the Twitch screen was unhappy. I haven't even looked at any of this gear prior to right now, so, you know, don't know if there's anything good in it or not. Exciting, I know, going through all these pieces of gear. Unfortunately, I am losing my brain power at this point as well, so I'm just like barely able to function. I'm looking at them like, okay, what do we have here? Who knows? almost done going through this set of them now. Okay, we'll sell all this stuff. Got 1,167,000 coins for that. And the rest of it, we're going to bulk organize. We're going to put all of it in there. Bulk enhance all that up to level 8. Irving says it's tedious sometimes. Absolutely. Dealing with gear, I don't care what game it is, dealing with gear is tedious. Not my favorite thing. By any stretch, actually. I mean, it's not even close to your favorite thing. Alright, there we go. 257,000 gold that time around. And then let's get these guys and bulk enhance them up to level 12. Alright, now, I don't care about the yellow things so much. We're going to bulk sell some items and see what we want to toss. And then, of course, what we want to level up, right? And going back, like, maybe I do want to sell this stuff. Troublesome. Man, that hasn't gone well, has it? I think I'll just keep all the T2 and T3 stuff for now that's in this thread. Skip over it. I don't have enough of it to be too cookie. Yeah, let's just sell that stuff. And then, see if we can level some of this stuff up. Any of it, really. Let's go for the stuff that's equipped on people first. Okay, we still have a little bit left. See if we can get those guys. I don't know, do I want to? I'm not really in love with them, you know? They don't jump out at me as being phenomenal. What if we just do the T2 ones that are reasonable? If I want to. I don't know. We're good. We're good. We'll put this one on neutral. Let's go ahead and do that. And then, Who else do I have going on that I want to deal with right now? Maybe Sargak over there. He's got a couple things on. Nubu does. Rachel has another thing too. Let's go ahead and try that. We won't be able to get there with all of them, but we did actually. Cool. For some reason I thought I had 3 selected, but we probably would have made that too. So we still have 1,388,000 left. That's not too shabby. In that case, let's try Sargak stuff. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Got both of those things too, nice. Still have a little bit left over. Surprisingly. Okay. Let's see which of these things I want to try to go for next. Sure, why not? That's on that one that I can't think of. Leia, I think the name is. Material raid background fights. We got 147,800 coins, 24,000 XP potions, 179 flawless meteorites, 454 mithril, 100,000, 74 mischief artifact trophies, and 1,074 brave conquest points. Also occurs to me, I might want to go and check. Irving says darn network, so I'm guessing it blipped again. Got the quests, enhanced 3 pieces of gear to level 8, so that gives us 1 random quartz keystone. And then monthly, we got enhanced 5 pieces of gear to level 12, that gives us 30,000 gold. Get a little bit of that gold back. Okay, guild quests. Guild members enhanced gear total of 1,000 times gives us 20 diamonds, 150 guild points, and 100 guild activity tokens. Very nice. Back out of there. I felt like there was something else I was about to do, but I've forgotten what it was. So let's come over here to the idle rewards and grab these 2 arena permits from the fellow sitting there waiting for us to grab them. Alright, so, right, I wanted to check on the Tales of the Smith. So we did pretty well, considering I hadn't started until today. That's not too shabby to get most of the way down like that. Let's claim all this. We got 160 diamonds, 1 4-star psychic power shard token, 240,000 gold, 1 rare summoning crystal, 1 small stamina potion, and 1 rare crystal rare. Now we may have enough to be able to get a little bit further since we've claimed some things. We got the Brave Conquest here, and that gives us 40 diamonds and 1 huge stamina potion for that. Let's hop out of there, go to the Gold Dragon Pass. Weekly quests. Spending 700 stamina gets us 750 Gold Dragon tokens. Levels us up to 13. Clearing any stage 50 times gets us 1,125 Gold Dragon tokens, leveling us up to 14. Successfully enhancing gear 20 times gets us 750 Gold Dragon tokens. And let's come over to the level rewards. We're going to grab these 5-star psychic power shards and 30,000 gold from that. On the Elf Pass, on the weekly quest, we've got enhanced 3 pieces of gear to level 16, giving us 200 elf tokens, leveling us up to 34, and enhancing gear 100 times, giving us another 150 elf tokens, leveling us up to 35. From our level rewards, and we have here 1 gear recasting hammer, 6 advanced augmentation gems, and 125 dungeon pistols. Now, we're going to hop out of here and go look at the artifact. Let's see, go to Forge and see what we have here. It looks like we have 8 things to forge in the Mythic Forge. Let's go ahead and just push this big button here for 320 flawless meteorites and whack. We got the Key of the Forsaken, which is a class limited mythic artifact for fighters. Increases max HP by 5% every 10 seconds on the field, stacking up to 3 times. Upon reaching max stacks, increases damage by 8%. And that was the real important one here. We did get a few other pieces that are legendaries, and that's kind of cool, you know, but it's not, you know, not quite a mythic, right? I mean, some of them are very helpful, don't get me wrong. Just because it's not as good by rarity doesn't mean it's not as good in some other ways, depending on the character, but yeah. Alright, hopping out of there, going to the Oracle's Trial, where we have 1 4-star psychic power shard or token. Okay. I think we've gotten most of the stuff out of there. Let's come over here to the mine where we have 3,050 gold coins, 2,550 XP potions, 9 stamina, 2 auto fight attempts, and 2 mithril to claim. Okay, I think that covers most of it. I am going to just hop into the zombie invasion real fast, just to get credit for doing it for the day, and also apparently to put our tools on. Last time I was using the potions, I don't know what you call it, technique that I came up with. We got the merchant mask, we got the what's this? This is the merchant's pack. There's another one in here somewhere. It's another thing for that's a lot. We need to look at that again. No. That's 10 extra gold every 3 seconds. So there we go. The elixir casket. The ultimate duration is increased, and a few special portions are added to the shop. That might be the one that I chose before. Not really clear, but I think so. Okay, we're not going to actually do a real run of this. I'm just going to do a few hits on things, and then I'm going to get out of it, because it is 1:45 in the morning. I'm not even going to pay a lot of attention to what I grab, honestly. I'm just gonna try to get through a few waves real quick, maybe up to wave 5, just so that I get a little credit for getting some moves cleared out of the video. Not gonna do a real run of it. Maybe tomorrow it would be good. I do like the zombie invasion. It's nice. It's the Omen Queller was also really good for those of you who participated in that. If you missed it, maybe they'll bring it back. I don't know if that was the first time they've ever done it. I kind of think it was. But I do hope they bring it back, because I thought it was a cool idea. Shorter runs, and you were able to do this, which I just remembered exists. Definitely have to remember to do that. I didn't know that we could go up to 3.5 on this. That'll definitely make a difference. I'm just kind of clicking random things at the moment. We have hit wave 5, but now I'm kind of thinking, man, I don't know, you know, we've got all this speed now. It won't go so slowly. I might have a few more minutes to get some done there. Of course, I also have random things that I've chosen. So that's probably good, right? Well, let's see. We do have some physical damage on the board. May as well grab that. Hmm. Yeah. I don't know about all this. It's just, let's get this light damage, I suppose. Could have gotten one of the others. The good news is that with the choices that we've made, there's a high chance that I won't live very long in. So I won't have to worry about staying up longer than intended. Erivian says you can speed up the. Oh, I guess that was probably prior to me noticing it. Who knows? We have a little bit of gold here. Um, he says, "There you go. Watch you have super high speed, super high run. Be fun just clicking whatever." That's kind of what we're at. I don't even know right now what the physical damage stuff does, but yeah, it's not to worry. I don't think it'll last very long. That would be funny though. All right, let's grab some more of that light damage that isn't really doing a whole lot for us. Why not? Get some more piercing shot quantity too. Tornado has come to the top, followed by scatter shot and blazing bolt. Interesting. Interesting stuff going on. Hopefully. Well, let's see, we're already on wave 18. Might make it to 20, but I don't think so. We did make it to 20. Amazing. All things considered, with the random way I was clicking, I gotta say 20 wasn't too bad. All right, that was wave 20 in spite of our nonchalance about everything. Tornado topped the damage at 43%, followed by Scatter Shot at 34%, Blazing Bolt at 14%, and then Piercing Shot at 7%. Let's complete that and collect our winnings from the quests here. Quests. Challenge one time daily during the event gives us 10 auto-fight attempts. Eliminate 16 waves of monsters during the event gives us 50 diamonds. Fight for more than 16 waves and end the stage gives us 50 more diamonds. So that's not too bad. We came out alright on that, and it didn't take as long as I feared. Looks like there's an Immortal Codex opening up in 7 days and 1 hour. Alright, very cool. Hop out of there. I think okay, we've got old Marine over here with 30 buttercream mushrooms and 30 jumbo spinach. Let's send her back out for some birch sap. Hopefully. Yeah. There you go. Go get some birch sap, Maureen. It's one way to get you out of here. Alright, let's check on the arena. We can refresh. Let's do refresh. And we'll go after player 11451863 over here with 374,838 EP. Looks like they're level 71, and they are from the United States. They have that redheaded girl, whatever her name was, Valyria or something. Nah, that's not right. I don't know, something. Then they have Valderon, Dao Chen, that guy, his name, I don't recall, and Regulus. Sure, why not? We'll give it a go. Ardea, there we go, that's the one. And Arubian says Artemis. Is that the guy's name that I was thinking of? I don't know. We got gods on their teams, all I know. There's our day up. Primal Wrath enters the frenzy state. Attack is increased by 50%, causing HP drain equal to 15% of current HP per second. The hero throws 2 of her circular blades every time her talent effect is triggered. And then, after that, they've stuck out Regulus up here with Morale. Increases max HP by 55% and absorbs 45% damage taken by adjacent allies for 12 seconds. And then Volderon, Diabolic Manifestation, gains 1 stack of Chaotic Vitality. When Potent Surge reaches its maximum, gains 2 stacks of Chaotic Vitality, inflicts vulnerability versus physical damage on nearby enemies continuously during the effect duration. Doesn't look good for us. Definitely got slaughtered that time. All right, player 11451863 has defeated us with 374,838 BP. Top damage on the board was the girl Ardea, 5,841,400. Followed distantly by Xena at 3,655,690. And then it drops down to Edrin at 2,814,000 even. Valderon wasn't terribly far behind that. He's at 1,997,160. We got 3 arena coins and 4 Duel of Champions points for that. All right, very nice. Maybe able to hit 1 more gear raid. Potentially, not gear raid, the other thing, this thing here, artifact material raid, that's the one. Let's see how many that takes. It takes 24 for that stage, 22 for this stage. We're at 19. Let's check the mine real quick and see if we have anything in there waiting on stamina-wise. Not so much. We got 300 gold coins, 350 XP potions, and 2 mithrils. So let's claim that. And then, since we can't do 22, let's go ahead and find something we can do, right? Can't do 17, or 18 rather. Stage 18, but we can almost do 15. Not quite there. There, 18 will do. So auto fight that. Okay. That ought to be sufficient. We got 1,680 coins, 630 XP potions, 6 mithril, 5 broken meteorites, 10 Mystery of Artifacts trophies, and 10 Brave Conquest points there. And then I think I'm going to have to call it a night and try to get some sleep before, I would say before the morning comes, but realistically it is already almost 2 in the morning. So before the sun comes back up, I suppose would be the way to put this. But yeah, for sure I need to run off and try to get a little bit of sleep. It was a pleasure streaming with all of you, and hopefully I will see you all again tomorrow. If you're not following me yet, then be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see next time I go live. Hopefully I'll see you all then. For now, a good night.